morning, buenos dias, bonjour. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Ches Noel. In today's episode, I am going to show you how to make the turmeric rice and pita bread that we used on the previous video for the chicken shawarma. But before we get started, I just wanted to show you my new shirt that we got on our road trip that my wife and I did. We went up to Moab, Utah, which is the Arches National Park. Supposedly there's been sightings there of Bigfoot and aliens, which sadly to say, I didn't get to see any. Me hubiera gustado ver unos extraterrestres o Bigfoot por ahí, ¿no? Pero pues desgraciadamente no se pudo. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get our mise en place and I will see you back shortly. Very simple ingredients, nothing complicated. Okay, vamos a hacer pan pita, mi gente. No tortillas, pero la pita lo puedo usar para otras cosas que quieren. Ahí les explico en lo que vamos en el video para qué otras cosas se puede utilizar el pan. Puede ser unas tortas o un taco o lo que sea. Okay, so first thing is we need flour, which yes, I keep my flour in this little bucket here, which I just find it easy to store in my pantry. And of course, can be Hispanic without putting your sugar in any container you have. So I have this peanut M&M container that I've been using for years and I just love keeping my sugar in here. Yeast, salt, and warm water. Very simple, okay? So we're going to measure out 1 cup of flour. So while I'm measuring this, as I was showing you, my shirt that my wife and I recently went to Utah, it was a fun trip. Next, we are going to measure out our salt, which is 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, very simple. Again, 1 tablespoon of yeast. If anybody ever goes out to Utah or Moab, Utah, go to that Arches National Park. Let me know if you see Bigfoot. Let them know that Ches Noel was looking for him. Okay. Next, we're going to add our sugar, which is 1 tablespoon as well. If anybody has ever been to Moab, please comment on it. Let me know how you like it. Did you guys end up going to the delicate arch? Next, we're going to add our warm water. Just 1 cup. And then we're going to mix. And we're going to let it rest for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. It all depends. You know, we just want all of this to combine. And there you go. This is what the consistency we're looking for. Just let it rest for about 10-15 minutes and I'll show you the next step. The next step, very simple. We're just going to measure out 240 grams of flour. So get your scale, whichever one you have at home, or if you don't, you could just order the one that we showed on our very first video on Amazon or Walmart, Target. Just get yourself a good scale, anything where you can measure out ounces and grams as well. So we're going to zero it out, measure out 240 grams. Now, as I was talking earlier about our trip, we also end up driving after 2 days of being in Moab. We went to Yellowstone, something that's been on our bucket list for a while. So that was a beautiful and fun trip to do, especially if you like to drive. If you don't, I don't recommend it. It took approximately about 15 hours to get to Yellowstone. So it's up to you guys. Now that we have our 280 grams of flour, we're just gonna keep that on the side. Let's put this away and we'll wait another 10 minutes to combine everything together. Always keep in mind that as you're cooking, you gotta clean as well as you go along. Okay, because you don't wanna make a big old mess around here. Que luego te pegan, especialmente mi esposa que siempre anda ahí jodiendo. Just kidding, baby, I love you. Just keep your workstation clean and then we're ready for the next step. Next step is we're going to mix it all together. So get your bowl. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil or extra virgin olive oil or any olive oil that you have in hand. It won't really taste it in there, so it's okay. Then you're going to mix in your 240 grams of flour. Get your spatula and we're going to mix it all. At first like this, and then we're going to put it here on the surface and finish kneading it. Okay, so make sure you have clean hands and you have a clean surface where you're gonna work on. Okay. So, has anybody ever been out to Yellowstone? If you have, please comment. Let me know what you think of it. For me, it was just very beautiful place. I love to see all the buffaloes out there. We saw elk, and I think we got to see 1 wolf. And this is the perfect time, well, the beginning of, towards the end of October, is the perfect time to go if you don't like the big crowds, because it's already towards the end of the season. So that was, you kind of had almost the entire park to yourself, where people are not rushing you, or you get to see a lot of the geysers and all the other stuff without the big crowds. It'll be a little bit cold. There was one day that it did snowed on my birthday, actually. It snowed on my birthday, so. Now that we kind of mixed it a little bit together, we're going to just put it on our surface, on our table here where we're gonna work. Put that to the side. And now we're just going to combine it all and knead it together. Okay, just like this. Now that we have it almost all combined, you just want to get everything you can. You don't have to get every single crumb in there, but we're just going to knead it. Y hacerla así, mi gente, ¿eh? Así, vamos a ir como si fuera pasta. Speaking of pasta, you guys want to learn how to make pasta? I could do that video next, but I'll give it a little twist on the pasta. So, once we have it all kneaded, we're going to put it back on our bowl, or get a cleaner bowl, and lightly put olive oil. Now that we kneaded our bread, our dough actually I should say, for about 10 minutes, this is what you want to have. This is how you want it to look. We're going to put it on our bowl. Just put a little bit of olive oil, not too much. We're going to rub it. Get your plastic film, plastic wrap. We're going to cover and let it rise or double its size. Should take about an hour, but depending on the weather, that's very important. Depending on the weather, like right now it's already, we're already what, in winter? And right now where I'm at here at home, it's a little bit cold, so it might take a little bit longer. But here's a little trick. If you want this to rise within that hour, put it in your oven. Pero mi gente, primero quiten todos los trastes que tienen ahí metidos antes de meter esto, ¿eh? So we'll just keep it in here and we'll let it rise. Now, our dough has risen double its size. Now let's get ready to make our pita breads. Okay, we're gonna punch our dough in. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on your surface table, or work area, wherever you're doing. Okay. We are probably gonna get about maybe 8 to 9 pieces, depending on the grams you want. You could either measure out or just eyeball it, whatever you feel like doing. Me, I kind of want to weigh it out, so I'll do about 3 ounces of dough. Or 2 ounces. We'll do 2 ounces. You probably get about maybe 9 pieces. So please comment, let me know if you do make it. I would like to see how your pita breads came out. You could tag me on Instagram. It's Noel. Just a pinch. Please tag me. I would love to see how your breads come out. Okay, so actually we got 10. We got 10 pieces out of it. We'll put this away. We're going to roll them up. And then we'll roll them out. So now that we're rolling up our last ball here. There you go, just like that. We have our 10 rolled up balls. Now it's time to use your rolling pin. Okay, we're going to sprinkle some more flour. These are not going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. If you can make them perfect, good. If not, no trip. Okay, just going to roll them out. Try to make them a nice circle if you can. If not, they don't, like I said, they do not need to be perfect. That's what makes it homemade. Okay. While I'm rolling this out, as we were talking about earlier, about going to Yellowstone, if you guys ever go out there and go into the west entrance, there's a little town called West Yellowstone, and there they had this bar called Buffalo Bar. Really good food. I had one of the best buffalo ribeye steaks there. My wife had the buffalo burger. Really good. I recommend checking that place out if you guys ever see your way out that area. Okay, as you can see, like I said, they're not going to be perfect. Just going to roll them all out, and then we'll start cooking them. Now that we're almost done, we are done rolling them out. Now let's get ready to cook them or put them on the pan. All right? We have here our comal que vamos a usar. Or if you have a pan, you want to use a pan, it's up to you, whatever you guys want to use. We are going to drizzle a little bit of oil. Get a paper towel. I'm just going to spread it all over. You want just a little bit of oil, not too much. Okay? Next, we are going to put in our pita breads. We're going to do 2 at a time. And we'll let the magic happen. Once you see these little bubbles start to form, it means you could just flip it. And look at that. Very beautiful. And when you are ready to take them out of the pan, you can use a plate if you like, or tortillero. Hay que ponerles donde están las tortillas. Así, mi gente, como si fueran tortillas. Otro poquito más de aceite. Same thing. Just gonna hold it. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. Para mi gente que está viendo allá en México, si la llegan a hacer esta receta, por favor, les pido que me manden un video o una foto que les hicieron y me las pueden mandar a Instagram. And there it is, my friends. Homemade pita bread. And there you go, my friends. Very simple pita bread that you can make at home. They're very fluffy and very delicious. As you can see, it's still steaming. Let's give it a taste. para chuparse los dedos, mi gente. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed how to make pita bread. See you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye. Qué delicioso.